Welcome to an incomplete guide to personal growth. We invite you to take a breath and take a listen to our podcast that explores the wonder, humor, challenges, and sometimes those self-inflicted wounds on a journey of personal growth.
Our weekly podcast conversations include stories, resources, and tools that you can incorporate into your daily life. We're the mother-daughter duo of Sydney
and Kelly.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Sydney.
How are you?
I'm doing well today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had my morning meditation. So
that's good.
With my friends. So what can you say?
So it's pretty much as soon as this happened, we were like, oh, we got to talk about it.
Yes.
So for those of you that don't live in South Texas, sometimes scorpions pop up just in the house.
In the house. They just do.
So I found one, never in my room though.
No.
It's always been in like other drawers of other bathrooms.
And sometimes they've been dead already.
Yeah, or
that
your
type
room
of thing.
or downstairs. Like I have not found one.
Yeah.
So I was getting like a towel out for Charles for after a bath time. And I lay it down and then I look and I'm like, what? I was thinking it was like, I don't know, a leaf, something weird.
Yeah,
like
piece of carpet, whatever.
I looked quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I put my hand down and I'm like, I blip.
Yes.
Blip. And I don't curse very much.
No.
But I sure as heck did.
Oh
my God. It stung so bad. And then it started crawling and I could not handle it.
I know.
So I left the room. Later when I told my friend Cassie that I'd left the room, she's like, you didn't put a bucket or a cup or something over it? I was like, no. I couldn't do it. I could not mentally comprehend doing anything else.
So you came downstairs. I was outside with
Charles, yeah.
And you came downstairs and you knocked on the window and I thought you were joking. So I'm just waving back at you.
Like,
and you're
no,
like, I need you. So you take care of your finger and I go upstairs to try to find the scorpion. I can't find it anywhere. And I'm on the floor, looking and I'm everywhere with my little flashlight. Can't find it. I'm shaking everything out. I take your bed apart.
Yes.
And I said, I just can't find it. So anyway, you started giving him Charles a bath, and all of a sudden I see it again. It is the biggest scorpion we have ever found in this house. It's huge. I did get rid of it, but it was something. I
put a picture of it here on YouTube. So.
Yeah, and then I was talking to Marianne today, and she was saying, did you put baking powder on it?
Ugh.
I said I didn't know do that. So you kind of put baking powder and then kind of a little bit of water, and it draws the venom out as it dries.
Note to self.
Next time,
all I did was I took
cortisone cream later.
I put that,
that was later. Ice.
And then I put some, and I took some ibuprofen, but.
And it didn't, your finger turned a little red, was a little swollen, not much.
Yeah, but you couldn't see anything.
You couldn't see anything.
No, it just looked purple and like bigger.
They are the most painful bite, because I remember having one when I was 8 years old and I still remember.
It stung like nothing else. And like Charles is there and I'm like, okay, I have to just like say my finger hurts, but it's okay.
Yes.
And like his meet the teacher was that night.
Yeah.
And like, hopefully it calms down. But I think the medicine helped. And like, we're trying. And like by the next day it felt kind of tingly, but that was it. Yeah. Like it went away really quickly, but oh my goodness.
I know.
And you don't have to know me for very long to understand. I hate bugs that sting, wasps, bees, hornets,
everything,
anything. Yeah. And this is another one that
now
stings.
You have a new one.
Oh no, I mean I always hated them, but it just like fueled my
fear of
dread and fear and anything that can sting me. Because if anything, I know that maybe was the worst. I don't care. I bet a wasp in the moment hurts almost just as bad. Like I do not.
Doesn't matter.
No, it is. I'm terrified of them, and this just fueled my fear.
It did. Yeah.
Anyway,
so, your first encounter.
Yeah, with a scorpion. And the fact that it was me. This stuff happens to you, happens to Lauren.
I know, but it happens to you.
It happened to me.
Yes.
That too.
That was good.
Drove me crazy.
Yeah. And I almost laughed, and you said, don't laugh at me.
Yeah.
Well, I was laughing because when my mom got stung, it was rather humorous. The way she did it.
The way that she,
But hers didn't hurt.
So that was my life last week. Now, getting to the podcast. There's no good segue for this, but we're talking about storing, and not just storing,
things.
but physical things count.
Yeah,
So physical, but also
because
other
physical
things.
is a symbol of other things.
So I kind of want to start there,
Yes,
and then get into the.
I want to.
Abstract.
So what prompted this idea was the magazine article I was reading called
From Tricycle.
From Tricycle Magazine, and I will
you
put
can
this
link
on
them.
there.
Yeah.
Link it. Non-self storage, but in the United States, the self-storage industry is a $50 billion a year business with more than 2 billion square feet of rentable storage space. That's enough to house every single American simultaneously.
Whoa.
And I was thinking in our area within the last 3 years.
Yeah, a few years. Mm-hmm.
There's been at least 3 storage places built.
Yeah. There is.
And we're guilty.
Gosh. We are.
Well, but that's not really, that's for future. Yeah.
Because of my divorce now, yes, I have my stuff there.
Yeah.
But as soon as I get my own place, I have a feeling then we'll be done.
Oh, it'll be done. Because there's nothing in there that is not like something we want to keep for later. Yeah.
We've never done storage stuff.
It's interesting because I think, everybody is different, right?
Yeah.
Even within our own household, we have people that keep things.
Yes.
And we have people that
throw
don't.
away.
I'm the guilty one that will throw things away.
I will throw things away in a heartbeat.
And more than once, I've thought,
oops.
Yeah, I threw something of Lauren's one time away that was really important for school.
No.
Well, it was sitting too long.
Stuff.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, that was a binder you needed. Well, it sat out too long. Yeah. So anyway, I'm kind of guilty of that.
Yeah.
I don't.
So
there's
funny.
very few things that I have 1 or 2 items of my grandmother's that fit
Yeah,
within
I
my
kept
dresser.
a few things from Oma.
And that's, I just don't.
I don't hoard.
But other people find it important.
Yeah, some people need it. And it's interesting, what people tie to it. Now, storage stuff, like, I don't know, I guess if you have a lot of outdoorsy things that, like, you don't necessarily keep at home.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I don't know how.
Or if you're at a place, like you are lucky.
Yes.
You have this
We do have a great
space.
attic.
All of the closets are big.
We do.
You have a good under the stairs storage. You have stuff in the garage.
Okay, now you're making me feel like I store stuff, but I don't.
I'm just saying, like, some people don't have closet space.
Correct.
And when you don't have it, you need somewhere.
Correct. I think more apartments that you have, the more storage.
All of it is bad, but people do hang on to things, and that's what we're focusing on. Are the things that we hang on to that we maybe don't need to anymore.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
That we just kind of cling to as, this is the memory. But the memory, that's not the memory, that's the object.
Yes. Yeah.
And the memory is within.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I truly think with the storage industry, I think about, I need to get rid of some of Charles's baby clothes.
Yeah.
I could probably really be getting those out of the house. And but some people, it's like, they just carry on their whole lives without releasing.
Yeah.
Well,
they do. And I've had both you and Lauren a couple times early on, like when y'all first left the house, go through and say, okay, look through these boxes.
Yes,
do you really want to keep these or do you not? Because they're going to end up with you sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all have done that with books and other things.
So we've been pretty good with it.
But that's because of me.
So whenever you mentioned the storage thing and the physical stuff, one of the first things that came to my mind was the story of when Jesus tells, like, the rich man, you have to get rid of all of your stuff and then follow me, like, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I always wrestled with that because I'm like, well, there are things that we do need.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he really meant, I think, physically, everything.
It could be, and I think the point of that I get from that is we cling to things and we think that's what makes us who we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the objects. Yeah.
The objects.
Yeah.
I'm not a big jewelry person, but some people are
big. Quit, you're looking at one.
I know, but that's okay. But it's, it's like I don't have to have that to make me who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to, what I always go back to is when I first moved out on my own, everything I had came from somewhere else.
Yes. Yeah.
I had the ugliest lime green couch you ever saw.
Oh, man.
But I could sit on it.
Yeah.
And everything was used and nothing was in the best of shape. and I was happy.
Yeah.
And I could go back to that.
And still be happy.
I could be happy. The things that are around me, oh, yes, I might just love my new motor car, as Charles calls
says.
it. But that's not what makes me happy.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have it, I'm okay.
Right.
I could go back to my gray Taurus that I bought used.
Oh, God.
That ended up with a bad transmission. Oh, no. But I could be, that's what I was trying, and I was fine.
Yeah.
That's not who makes that not, I think that's when we think the things that surround us are what make us important or better. It doesn't matter. You know, I was listening real briefly to the guy, I don't even know it's a series out. It starts with not Succession. That one where they're in the office building, and then when they leave their job.
Oh, Severance.
Severance. I was listening to him talk, and he was interviewed this Sunday, and he's struggled in the industry. He didn't just make it, and he just was reminding himself constantly that it doesn't matter. He's on a billboard now, but he is no different than what he was, and it doesn't make him better than what he was before. He is no better than when he was just trying to get an audition.
Yeah.
He is no better of a person. Mm-hmm. He is who he is. And I think, wow, that's grounding.
To keep that,
That's grounding. And I think if we ground ourselves in other stuff, and we've recently talked about the rootedness, if we ground ourselves in those other things, the other things that are around us, we can give or take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's true. And I think, because I'm just not that type of a person to put a ton of emotional value onto objects, except for I could probably count on two hands the amount of things that I actually put true emotional value on.
Right.
But it's not much. And so so it's hard for me to see sometimes that perspective of other people that truly think everything has a value. Every physical thing has a value. And if something happens to it, then, part of the world ends or, like that sort of thing. Yeah. I just can't. It's just not the way I work.
And it's hard. And I'm reading now, there's a lot of, you hear about it a lot. Older people have all this furniture that meant something to them, antique, but nobody wants
it.
Right. And it's a real dilemma. When we were doing Dad's house and his estate sale, it was like, people just don't want that.
No.
It had value to you. That's good.
But it doesn't.
But we can't pass on our value to somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's a tough thing.
It is. So we have the physical things we hold on to.
Yeah.
What else? I kind of have a little bit of things that I think we hold on to.
Okay.
Like what are I think habits. We're very. Humans in our brains are they
habitual. Like
creatures of comfort, familiarity, good or bad.
Yeah.
They want it to be familiar.
Yes.
They want a pattern. I think we hold on to, sometimes it's time for us to change our identity, but we hold on to our old one because we think something's going to happen. And then I think relationships we hold on to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my list, but I'm sure
I think that's pretty straight on. Yeah. Stories. We hold on to stories about who we are, who we were, who we, and they may not be. I hope I'm not the same. I was a pretty rotten kid, but just to grow in that and to go, wait a minute, that story doesn't fit me. That storyline doesn't.
It's not me anymore. Yeah.
I'm not that. I have grown some. That was part of me, but now I've grown.
Yeah.
This doesn't define me. I listen to people who've gone through trauma, but that doesn't define me. I have grown from that.
Yeah.
What am I going to cling to? What am I going to, change? Habits. You talk about
habits,
that. Well, this is what I do. How, identities that no longer serve us.
Yeah.
I think of this with people. Okay, let's talk about you.
Yes.
Let's talk about me and you. Okay, so I'm no longer employed.
Yeah.
That identified, that was my identity for a long time. And I think about your identity as a conductor.
Yep.
as a pianist.
Yeah. That was a long time.
That was
like a decade of my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it kind of shifted
not that that's not still a part of you and you couldn't get up and do all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now as a mom and wanting to be able to provide as a single mom, you're shifting that identity. Thank goodness we can do that.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's hard.
It's hard, but
it's hard. You think of somebody who isn't an addict of various types.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think too, sometimes like so with habits, I'm like on that now.
Oh, sorry.
Because I feel like habits sometimes are part of our identity a little bit. It's like, oh, well,
Definitely.
I'm a type of person that does X, or I'm a type of person that does this. Like, okay, but let's reevaluate. Is that a healthy thing that you do? Or is that a healthy thing that you do? Like, I'm a person, man, and this is, I think, something I'm dealing with. I'm a person, I so valued that I don't cry in front of anybody.
Oh my gosh, I was
hold
thinking
it
of
together.
that.
You were, oh my God, quit it.
Well, that's going to come up in our next podcast.
Oh, great.
But go ahead.
So I hold it together. Oh, I love it. I love that I was able to do that for a long time. Even when my piano teacher in college would make me feel bad, and she was great, but you just hear, well, that's disappointing, or, oh.
Did she say that?
Every now and then.
Every now and then, because she's such a sweet person.
I wanted to cry so bad, but I did. But now I'm like, well, I mean, is that good? I don't think so. Not necessarily that you wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay. That's different. Yeah. But that, I can show some emotion sometimes. And that's a healthy sometimes. Okay. You got to trust people.
Gonna preface it. Yeah.
But it's like, okay, that's probably not a good thing to hold. That's a habit identity that I held on to that I really need to not anymore.
Because I can remember you saying that.
You know it.
I could cry in front of somebody.
Yes. Well,
from the crier herself. What's
something that you held on to that you thought was good and valuable, and now it's like not?
That's not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of dealing with the being able to say what you think. I think honesty and I don't want to say confrontation because I'm not a confrontational person. Not. But if
you don't want
things I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to let you lie.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like that because I used to lie.
You were pretty bad
as a kid. I was really bad.
Yes.
Oh. But I just hold to that, bring it out in the and bring it out. Well. That's not always, if I am the only one affected, that's just fine.
But if you're going to affect others.
But if it's going to affect others, which at this point in my life, that is the key, is that whatever I say at this point
affects others. Yeah.
Affects others. And so that's something that that's my that's my honesty. That's my take. But the repercussions come for other people instead of me. Yeah. So I guess that's a habit that, because I'm, let's talk it out. Let's get it out there. Well,
yes.
Not always it. So, not always it. Ideas of success that we chase.
Ugh. That's a big one, I think, for everybody.
It is.
I think it's throughout your entire life. Yep. You just maybe it's not but for me, it's like every few years, I'm like releasing whatever I think success is. Like from the time I was 16 on, it's like, well, that's not going to happen. No. So what do I think is successful now? That's not going to happen.
Why?
How do or this changed.
Redefine it.
Oh, every few years.
Because so much of it is not in our control that we think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think that's a big one. Okay. So now I'm not doing this anymore. What do I count as being successful? Mm-hmm. And I think that's another one that I think is so much tied to material.
Yes, yes.
And
for sure.
But success is about relationship.
Yeah.
And
that type of impact that.
Yeah, and I don't want to say happiness, but because that's not. But success is relational.
Yeah.
I really think so.
Yeah.
And how you cultivate those relationships along the way. Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what are some things that we can do to help let
let me go? The other thing that I want to talk about real briefly is how many of us store our anger, store our resentments.
Mm-hmm.
We can even try to store our joy.
Oh,
And store these things
Yeah.
instead of being in the moment
Mm-hmm.
and cherishing that joy, that whatever, and knowing, okay, it'll come again. If I cling to that, then I'm going to miss the next joyful moment.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be measuring it against it.
And
We
that's
can't,
no good.
right?
Yeah.
And I want to recreate this. No.
No.
Let's see what else rolls around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really good at storing the anger. I'm guessing most people.
Yeah, I think
They
most
may
people
say
are.
they're not. I know you out there.
No, I think most
but you know,
people are.
we do it.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times do we think it's gone, and then we start ruminating and we go, oh, well, next time I'm going to say, I wish I'd have said, or that, or we just,
Oh, yeah.
and it doesn't go anywhere but
Yeah.
spin, and our bodies feel it.
Oh, our bodies store
So
it too.
and that's a price we're going to pay when we store that.
Mm-hmm.
When we store our stuff at the storage unit, we're paying a price.
Yeah.
And when we store it within ourselves,
We pay a price.
we're paying a different type of a price.
Yeah.
And so I would look at that. What else do we store that we don't need? Ideas about ourselves, that takes up space in our head. I remember, the Texas Longhorns, when Baker Mayfield defeated them,
Yes.
and he played for University of Oklahoma,
game.
and he
No, that wasn't Texas. That was Ohio State.
No,
the
but
flag thing?
Yes, so he planted a flag.
Yes.
Okay,
That started at Ohio State.
But with Texas being rivals, and
Yeah.
he beat Texas twice in the Cotton Bowl, right? And so that's a big deal. So when 10 years later, Texas beat OU.
And then they
They planted a flag. And
God.
Baker Mayfield said, wow, it was really nice to be able to be in their heads rent-free for 10 years.
Yes, that was so good.
And it was like, who am I allowing to be rent-free in my head?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that story up.
Yes.
That was so good.
But it reminded me of that. What am I letting,
Yeah.
what am I storing rent-free for them?
Yeah. Oh, that's
Because it's only bothering me.
Yeah.
Okay? So
That's a good thing for everybody to contemplate
Isn't it?
on. Yeah.
So there's a quote in this article that I thought I'd read. It talks about emptiness and spaciousness. Okay? Because we think about, I'm going to empty that storage unit. I'm going to empty so it says freedom and the Dharma, which is Buddhism thing, but it's all of us, speaks of freedom and emptiness. The true security, that true security comes from letting go, from not needing the crutch of material. I've come to understand that emptiness isn't nothingness. It's spaciousness. And spaciousness isn't empty because it's full of potential and possibility. Without the constant clutter of thoughts and desires, there's room for something deeper to emerge this moment. Letting go doesn't mean losing. It means making room. It means trusting that what we release will be replaced, not by nothing, but by freedom. It's not about giving up, but about opening up. Opening to the truth of impermanence, the beauty of not knowing, and the relief of not having to carry it all. And I love that that spaciousness. Oh, look, now there's new possibilities.
Yeah. I like that, just that change of term. Yeah. From changing it from emptiness to spacious.
To spaciousness.
Yeah.
And creating space.
Yeah.
For new possibilities. For new friendships. For new talent, for new hobbies, for new relationships, for new...
And that chance of like freedom too.
Yes.
Is good. Yeah.
Isn't that great? I'm not going to cling to this and carry this heavy load.
I'm going to be free of the
anger or resentment.
weight. Yeah.
Or whatever else. And just live in that moment. Yeah.
That's so good.
So I have a poem if you want to... Are we about the end?
Yeah.
So, of course, Mary Oliver, such a poet. It's called Snow Geese. Oh, how to love what is lovely and will not last. What a task to ask of anyone or anything, yet it is ours, and not by the century or the year, but by the hours. One fall day I heard above me, and above the sting of the wind, a sound I did not know, and my look shot upward. It was a flock of snow geese. That was odd. It was a flock of snow geese winging it, faster than the ones we usually see. And by the color of snow catching the sun, so they were, in part at least, golden. I held my breath, as we do sometimes to stop time when a wonderful thing has touched us, as much with a match which is lit and bright, but does not hurt. In a common way, but delightfully, as if delight were the most serious thing we ever felt. The geese flew on. I have never seen them again. And maybe I will someday, somewhere, maybe I won't. It doesn't matter. What matters is that when I saw them, as through the veil, secretly, joyfully, clearfully. And it reminded me, I was running the other morning, and there was this sunrise that I don't think I'd ever seen before.
Yeah.
It was like half cloud, half night. It was just gorgeous.
Cool. Yeah.
And I kept looking at it, and I thought, I wonder if I've missed this in the past, or if this is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'll ever see it again.
Ugh.
But I took it in.
Yeah.
And if I'd have tried to take a picture, it wouldn't have worked
been
out.
the same.
So it was like this, just
that's good.
this moment.
Yeah.
Not clinging to the material, not clinging to whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I think I'd suggest people reflect on what they're storing physically, emotionally, like whatever, spiritually, whatever that is. And then, try and see if you can make that mindset shift where letting it go, it doesn't make you empty. It makes space for more possibilities. Yeah. I love that. And to, be in the moment like that poem.
Be in the moment.
We'll link it for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We'll link that. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
I love it. That was a good episode. So yes, if you have suggestions as we get, because we're getting into September, as we get closer to holidays, if you have some touchy topics you want us to, discuss, please let us know. We are there on all the platforms. And then next time,
we're going to talk about something that I had not heard of before, but was mentioned to me by my therapist about over-controlled and under-controlled personalities.
Yes, personality-wise. Okay.
And so it'll be interesting.
That'll be good.
So we look forward to next week when we take a breath and take a listen.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of An Incomplete Guide to Personal Growth. There are many ways you can stay connected. Follow us on Instagram at An Incomplete Guide Podcast, where you can sign up for our email list and get posts that delve deeper into our weekly topics. Make sure to subscribe to our podcast page wherever you listen to your podcasts. We would really appreciate a rating and sharing us with your family and friends.
We're so glad you chose to spend your time with us, and hope there was a thought, a resource, or a laugh that you can take on your journey. We'll be here every Tuesday for you to take a breath and take a listen.